Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 3-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. There is a 6 in row B which blocks these two cells. There is a 6 in row A which blocks these two cells. There is a 6 in column 6 which blocks these cells. So C5 takes 6. 6 blocks these 3 cells. There is a 6 in F row which blocks these 3 cells. The 6 in I row blocks this cell. So G7 takes 6. There is a 6 in column 5 which blocks this cell. There is a 6 in column 6 which blocks these two cells. There is a 6 in F row which blocks this cell. So E4 takes 6. And this 6 blocks these two cells. This 6 in F row blocks these 3 cells. There is a 6 in column 3 which blocks this cell. So D1 takes 6. This 6 blocks this cell. And the 6 in column 3 blocks this cell. There is a 6 in G row which blocks this cell. So H2 takes 6. There is an 8 in G row, an 8 in H row. This 8 blocks these two cells. This 8 blocks these two cells. There is an 8 in column 9 which blocks this cell. There is 8 in column 7 which blocks this cell. So I8 takes 8. This 8 from column 9 blocks these two cells. The 8 from H row columns blocks this cell. So D6 takes 8. This 8 blocks these two cells. This 8 from B row blocks these two cells. So A5 takes 8. There is a 2 in row A which blocks these 3 cells. There is a 2 in column 2 which blocks these two cells. There is a 2 in column 1 which blocks this cell. So C3 takes 2. This 8 from column 1 blocks these 3 cells. This 8 in B row blocks this cell. This 8 in row A blocks this cell. So C2 takes 8. There is a 8 in column 1 which blocks this cell. There is a 8 in column 2 which blocks these two cells. There is a 8 in D row which blocks this cell and 8 in E row which blocks this cell. So F3 takes 8. There is a 5 in row F which blocks these two cells. There is a 5 in column 3 which blocks these two cells. So E2 takes 5. Let's try to fill the fifth block. The missing numbers here are 2, 3 and 9. In column 4 there is 3 and 9 blocking here. So F4 takes 2 and rest of the cells take 3, 9 pair. Let's try to fill the sixth block. In E row there is a 3, 9, 3, 9 pair. So this 3 blocks these two cells. There is a 3 in column 9 which blocks these two cells and there is a 3 in column 7 which blocks these two cells. So B8 takes 3. There is a 5, 7 pair in E row which blocks these two cells. There is another 5, 7 pair in row F which blocks these two cells. So these two cells in D row take 5, 7 pair. There is a 2 in F row and 2 in column 8 which blocks these 3 cells. So E7 takes 2. Now the missing numbers in this block are 1, 4 and 9. In E row there is 9 blocking this cell, so E8 takes 1, 4, and there is 1 from column 7 blocking this cell, so F7 takes 4, 9, and F9 takes 1, 4, 9. So it is 1, 4, 4, 9 and 1, 4, 9 triplet. That is, these 3 cells can take only 1, 4 or 9. Let's try to fill the second block. There is 2 in column 4 and 2 in column 6, which blocks these 2 cells. So B5 takes 2. There is a 5 in column 6, which blocks these 2 cells. So this cell B4 takes 5. Now there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 7. So let's mark it as 4, 7 pair. In column 6 there are only now 2 missing numbers. The missing numbers are 3 and 9. So in H row there is a 3 blocking here. So H6 takes 9 and E6 takes 3. So that cancels out the 3 in E5 and E5 becomes 9. In column 5 there are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 3 and 5. There is 3 and 5 in row H blocking here. So H5 takes 1 and the rest of the cells take 3, 5, 3, 5 pair. Now in this block, in this 8th block, there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 7. There is a 7 blocking here, so G4 takes 4 and HI4 takes 7. Try to fill column 3. There are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 3 and 4. In A3 there is a 3 blocking here, so A3 takes 1, 4 complementary pair. So that leaves with only 1 empty cell and it takes this I3 takes 3. So this 3 cancels out the 3 here in I5. I5 becomes 5 and G5 becomes 3. Now in row I there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 1. There is a 1 in column 7 which is blocking here. So I7 takes 4 and I9 takes 1. Similarly, in the 7th block there are only 2 empty cells and again the missing numbers are 4 and 1. So you have 4 blocking here. So G2 takes 1 and H1 takes 4. This 1 in column 9 cancels out the 1 here in F9. So this becomes 4, 9. Now the only cell that can take 1 in the 6th block is E8. So E8 becomes 1 now. This cancels out the 1 here in E3 and E3 becomes 4. This 4 in row I cancels out the 4 here in F7. So F7 becomes 9 and F9 becomes 4. In block 4 there are only 2 missing numbers and the missing numbers are 1 and 3. There is a 1 blocking here, so F2 takes 3 and F1 takes 1. Let's try to fill row A. There is 4 in column 3 which cancels out 4 in A3. So A3 becomes 1. There is 9 in column 7 which blocks 9 here, and there is 9 in column 2 which blocks 9 here. So A1 is the only cell where 9 can be. Similarly, there is a 5 in column 2 which blocks 5 here in A2. So A7 is the only cell where 5 can be. So there is only 1 empty cell and A2 takes 4, 7. Now 5 in A7 cancels out the 5 in D7. D7 takes 7 and D9 takes 5. Let's try to fill ninth block. There is 2 and 7 in G row which is blocking these two cells. So that means these two cells can take 2 or 7. There is a 2 blocking from here. So H8 takes 7 and H9 takes 2. Now the missing numbers in this block are 5 and 9. There is a 5 blocking from here. So G9 takes 9 and G8 takes 5. In column 9, the only missing number is 7. In column 8, the missing numbers are 4 and 9. There is a 9 blocking from here. So C8 takes 4 and B8 takes 9. The 4 in row C cancels out the 4 in C6. C6 becomes 7 and A6 becomes 4 and A2 becomes 7. The only missing number in row C is 5. The missing numbers in row B are 3 and 4. There is a 3 blocking from here. So B2 takes 4 and B1 takes 3.